back out here because the puppies are here today. You know, we have our adoption dogs here today, so I can't wait for you guys to meet them all. And they're, every one of them, so adorable. And I was just thinking about, gosh, the people that dedicate their lives to saving these animals. I don't know if I could do it because I think I wouldn't have the wherewithal to know how to separate and do what's best for them, because I would think the best thing would be that they all just come home with me, you know? And that's not always the case.
And
but there's so many jobs.
Too. They're here because they're like you meet each other and it's fate brought you together. I'm supposed to get this dog today, which is the wrong approach, because then you end up living on a farm with 20 dogs.
Well, that's okay if you can take the time.
Sounds good.
See ya.
I know it. Yeah, really. That's so true. We'd all run to do something like that. That would be nirvana. But we have Mike Rowe on today from Dirty Jobs. So he's had a lot of different jobs. You know, he's done so many, and he'll talk about some of the ones that made me, the window washing one, when they were up on that thing. We're going to show footage of that later when he's out here. Right. I was working at, well, it was called Dog and Suds, but it was like an A&W place, right? And I was, I think, 14. And I had a job since I was 13. Right. You know, you went to work. Right. And so I was working there as a waitress. You know, and I'd open it up. My brother Tommy would cook the food. Well, I would have to get there really early if I worked on Saturday or Sundays. And to get it there at like 7 in the morning. And the first thing you had to do was let the foam off the top of the root beer, the tap. And you'd put a bucket there, and you'd let it fill up, and you'd pour it back in, and you put it there again just to get the foam off the top. Right. Well, Jack, the owner, would open the place, let me in, and then he'd go across the street to the bar and start throwing them back. Oh, wow. He was my boss, right? So now I'm feeling really important because he's like, leaving me alone. He's going over to get his booze, as breakfast, as I used to call it. And he'd say, I'm going to go get breakfast. I'd say, yeah, okay. And I went in there, and now the only time I could talk on the phone to my friends, this is before cell phones or anything, was before Jack came in for the rest of the day when he was over having breakfast. So I would tell my friends, you know, call between 7:45 and 8:30. And in the summer, especially in the morning, we were up first thing because it was so exciting that it was warm out. So I put the bucket underneath, and I turned on the foam to wait till it fills up, and the phone rings. I go back, I'm on the phone, blah, 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 blah. God knows how much time goes by. And all of a sudden, I hear like a noise, like water or something. I'm like, what's that? And I look down. Now I'm in the back room, and I see the root beer coming towards my feet. And I think, oh, no, his breakfast is going to be up soon. And I left the tap on. So you guys, I hang up the phone, I go running to the front, and I'm ankle deep in root beer. It is all over the whole restaurant floor, behind the counter, in front of the counter, out towards the tables, and I start to panic. And I'm not even turning it off. I'm like not even thinking to turn it off. No. And I grab this big supply box, you know, 3 times the size of my body, full of the paper napkins they put in the ladies' room. Right. So I start ripping it open, and I just start dumping it all over the floor. And now I've got this pile of napkins, and I'm pushing them under there. And now I see the bar door open across the street. And I see him look down. He's looking both ways. There's no traffic. I'm like, oh, my God, he's coming. And then there's this big push broom, and I am pushing the root beer under the counters, everywhere it could go. I finally get the tap turned off. There's root beer everywhere. And he comes walking in, and thank God he's had a liquid breakfast. That's all I can tell you. Because he comes in, and he walks, and you hear... because his feet are sticking to the ground. And he comes behind the counter, and he's standing there talking to me. As he's talking to me, I see the root beer coming back from underneath the counter, and it's come sweeping forward. And all of a sudden, just in slow motion, he goes, what the heck? And he looks down, and he looks back up at me, and I go, something happened. He says, what do you mean something happened? I go, something happened. And that's all I could come up with. That's something. Because I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to lie. Right. Oh, and then after that, I was like afraid of everything. I was like, remember what you're doing. Keep focused. But it's like one of those lessons when you're a kid, you have one of those jobs where, you know, nobody's injured. No root beer was injured in the planning of that day at Dog and Sons. But that was something. Oh, you don't have to clap. Oh, they have the best root beer, though. I wish I could have it on my diet. But you can't have a slice of pie a week on my diet, as you know. And today's Wednesday. Today's pie day. What pie is it today? What do you got over there, Craig? Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, what is it? What is it? What a small piece, as always. Pecan! Very nice. Pecan pie. Well, Victor Bennis Bakery has given us pies for everyone in the audience. We always like to share. Oh, and just before I go a scary movie contest. I do want to remind you about our pie contest. If you have a distinctive and delicious pie recipe, just send it into our website with a photo of yourself, or you can make a video. But if you don't have video equipment, just go ahead and send in a picture and a recipe. Log on to bountyhunt.com. All the details are there. But our scary movie contest, which has been very successful, we're excited because we keep getting a lot of scary movies in. Based on the Paranormal Activity being made for only $15,000, we said make a movie for $15.
Right.
A scary movie. So we've been getting some really great ones in, and some are really slick and well done. And then we have some kids that did one. We've gotten a lot of kids, but this one is 3 siblings, and they're the Thayer family. They're in Pennsylvania, and it's Sarah and her brothers Jake and Josh, and it's about their dreams waking them up. Right. Of movies, scary movies they've seen. So here's their submission to our scary movie contest. Very sweet.
Joe and Josh watch a movie. What movie? Dark Knight. Mom said you're not allowed to watch that when you're about to go to bed. Hey, you know what? It's not so scary. Okay, don't say it in the morning yet. Yeah, go for it. Why so serious? Thank goodness it was just a dream. What are you watching? Twilight. You know, Mom doesn't want you watching bad movies. You're going to have a bad dream. I don't care. She's just lying. Okay, don't tell me I didn't warn you. Yeah, whatever. Hi, Malta. It's Spider Monkey. Why am I speaking in this British accent? Why am I so bold, Dad? Spider Monkey. Come on, Spider Monkey. Go. Oh my gosh, I just had the worst dream. Josh! What's wrong? I just had the most scariest dream. Me too. We better check on Sarah. Scary dreams. Yeah, she wasn't watching a scary movie. She was just listening to Thriller.
Submit your own $15 budgeted scary movie. I just thought those kids, what an accomplishment, all working together as a team.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very nice. Oh, can I show my Puggle standoff?
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, we have the dogs on today, our adopted dogs that you can adopt, so make sure you stay tuned. But there's these 2 little Puggles that just, you got to see them. One of them's like blinking his eyes like this as his friend's walking up to him. I thought it was a mirror at first, but it's not. Oh, you know, Puggles are pugs mixed with beagles, and they're one of my favorite little dogs. So here they are, just looking at each other. We're going to show it to you once as it is, and then we'll add a little flair to it.